Warner Bros. Just stole from Dreamworks. It's time for the latest news. Out of animation. Bill Damashka had seemingly left animation behind him after an extremely impressive 20-year career at Dreamworks. He served as Chief Creative Officer starting in 2011 and held a controlling role during the development of movies like Rise of the Guardians and The Croods. But he stepped down in 2015 following the appointments of Bonnie Arnold and Murray Soria to the studio's presidency. The two were taking control over feature-length animation after having been lead producers on How to Train Your Dragon and Madagascar, respectively. But Bill hasn't exactly been idle. He was also in charge of DreamWorks' theatrical division, and being the producer on Shrek the Musical clearly wasn't enough for him. He kept working in the theater industry through his own production company, Story Key Entertainment, acting as a producer for several notable productions. He has 3 Broadway shows to his credits: The Prom, Halftime, and Moulin Rouge. Bill got back into animation in 2017 by becoming the head of animation for Skydance Productions. Unfortunately, the only animated features the corporation was able to produce during his tenure were the poorly received Wonder Park and the largely forgotten Luck. However, his star has risen. Warner Bros. Entered negotiations with Damashka back in February in hopes of seeing him lead the Warner Animation Group. Despite the name, that company doesn't handle all of Warner's animation-focused projects. Warner Bros. Animation is a different part of the company, including Cartoon Network and Adult Swim. Both groups have made full-length films, but the WAG is more focused on theatrical releases. They were behind the Lego Movie, Scoob, and DC League of Super Pets. The animation group has been leaderless since August 2022, when its former head, Alison Abate, left the company. Tensions between Abate and incoming CEO David Zaslav were likely high, in large part due to Abate's husband, Tony Cervone. Cervone made his own directorial debut with Scoob and wrote for its follow-up, Scoob Holiday Hunt. That movie was cancelled by Zaslav, despite being practically finished, supposedly in order to achieve a tax write-down. Having an almost completed film get buried in order to give the CEO an easy tax write-off probably didn't go over well with Cervone and Abate. Damashka didn't immediately jump at Warner's request, but after some time spent in negotiation, the deal has now been confirmed. Zaslav, speaking on an earnings call, further notes that Damashka has been working with his fellow Warner leaders in order to develop a new slate of animated feature films. Warner Animation Group seems to be starting from scratch. This was a good move on Zaslav's part. Bill Damashka has a stellar reputation amongst animation fans thanks to his many years working at Dreamworks. If anything could have given the animation group a new lease on life, bringing on a legendary professional like this would be it. And based on the numbers, it looks like cartoon fans really want to see a continuation of Steven Universe. Too bad, it's all based on a huge lie nobody seems to know about.